Thank you, Leo. Thank you, David. It's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to see an enterprise that's growing faster than Moore's Law, doubling every year. Let's keep it going. Next year, you've got to make 6,000, Dave. So we'll need a bigger hall. You're all dreamers here. Your dream is a dream of the future, a dream of a blue-green economy, a dream more broadly drawn from the evocative words of America the Beautiful, of a nation of purple mountains, majesties, of alabaster cities and shining seas. And this conference is about the future, but those who do not learn from the past are condemned to repeat it. So I'm going to ask you for a few minutes to look back to the first 8 years of this century, because we are not the only dreamers. There are other dreams. I think of a dreamer from Wyoming who spent 8 years at an undisclosed secret location off Massachusetts Avenue. And he had a dream, a different dream. It was an imperial dream, a dream of the past, based on cheap oil and cheap labor. An American economy resting not on family wages, but on Wall Street fees. Not the world's workshop, but the global elite's private banker. An economy powered not by skilled work, but by collateralized debt obligations, where the food, clothing, and shelter that Americans need were wrung from the sweat of other nations' brows, where our military served not as the arsenal of democracy, but as the guarantor of an addiction to imported oil, where the world's work would be done without the bothersome need for workers. In short, not America the Beautiful, but America the parasite, all based on low wages and cheap fossil fuels. This dream of the past is still with us. It's the nightmare of the present. It's a nightmare in which America's railroads continue, for no evident reason, to be powered with imported diesel instead of electrified with domestic energy. Where the panel trucks that we use to deliver our goods and services haven't been redesigned since Ronald Reagan was president. When the power plants on America's campuses could serve as museums for the pollution control technology of the Eisenhower administration. Whereas Leo, he and I do swap speeches, pointed out the electrons which arrive in this hall got here on technology first innovated when Harry Truman sat in the White House. And when our homes and offices belch carbon into the sky and pluck dollars out of our pocketbooks because the light bulbs we use were the product of the American innovators of William Howard Taft's era. We can do better. We don't need to allow the American past to strangle the American future, because our dream is rooted in the reality that the future always, inevitably, inexorably sweeps away the past. And the question is, Whose dream is going to shape that future? Let's use the next 3 days to make sure it's our dream.